Chapter 17. Crossing the Atlantic Ocean. What could the travelers do now? There was no other passenger ship to England for several days. Passepartout and Aouda were very unhappy. Mr. Fogg was the only one who slept well that night. Next morning, Phileas got up at 7 as usual. He had 9 days, 13 hours, and 45 minutes to get to London on time. He left the hotel and made his way to the port. He looked for a ship ready to sail. At last, he saw the Henrietta. Her captain, Andrew Speedy, was an unfriendly, red-haired man of 50. The Henrietta was ready to sail in an hour's time for Bordeaux. First, the captain didn't want to take the party to Liverpool. When Phileas offered him $2,000 for each person, however, he changed his mind. Phileas returned to the hotel and brought Aouda, Passepartout, and Mr. Fix back with him on board the ship. At 9 o'clock, the ship started his way across the Atlantic Ocean. At noon the next day, the crew had a new captain. It was Phileas Fogg. Captain Speedy was locked up in his cabin, shouting like a mad thing. What had happened was very simple. Phileas Fogg wanted to go to Liverpool. The captain didn't want it. He broke his promise. So Mr. Fogg had nothing to do, but gave some money to the sailors. They hated their rude and unfriendly captain and locked him in his cabin. Now Mr. Fogg was the master of the ship, and it was on the way to Liverpool. On the 13th of December, the wind blew harder, and Mr. Fogg had to put down the sails and use more steam. But the ship went more slowly because of long waves. The 16th of December was the 75th day that had passed since leaving London. On this day, the engineer came up to Mr. Fogg. "Sir, we had enough coal to get to Bordeaux. You want to get to Liverpool as quickly as possible. We need more coal or wood." Mr. Fogg listened to the engineer carefully and told him to bring Captain Speedy. "Pirate!" Captain Speedy cried with a purple face. "I have sent for you, sir, to ask you to sell me your ship." "No." "I have to burn her." "Burn my ship?" "At least her wooden part, because we need more wood." "Burn my ship? The ship costs $50,000. "Here are 60,000. "Shall I have the iron part and the engine?" asked the captain. "Oh, yes, I am only buying the wood." On that day and the following one, the deck, the masts, the cabins, the furniture went into the fire. The sailors burnt everything that could be burnt. The Henrietta looked like a pontoon now. At last they saw the Irish coast. At 10 in the evening, they were passing Queenstown. Phileas Fogg had 24 hours to reach London, and no wood to burn. Nearly all the wood had been used up. "We will get off at Queenstown," said Phileas calmly. He wanted to get to Liverpool by a very fast boat, which took the mail from Queenstown to England. With Aouda, Passepartout, and Fix, he jumped into a train at 1:30, reached Dublin at the break of day, and immediately boarded a fast mail boat for Liverpool. At 20 minutes before noon on the 21st of December, Phileas Fogg finally arrived in Liverpool. He was now only 6 hours from London. But at this moment, Mr. Fix came up to him, put a hand on his shoulder, and showed his warrant. "Phileas Fogg, I am a police officer. I arrest you in the name of the Queen."